welcome to another episode of Greased and Gassed. We are here in Acland Street for the 8th annual Father's Day show. It's not Father's Day because it's been postponed, but we are very lucky we've gone ahead in November. The weather is good, the crowd is big, the cars are awesome. So let's get into showing you what today is all about. Here for an interview because we've spotted this XY ute behind us, and it's got a few little sneaky little mods on here that if you're familiar with XYs you might know, but if you're not, Gudge is going to point them out. Gudge, how many years were you building this car for?
8 years.
8 years. So you've had lots of time to think of some things on here. So tell us about the build.
I had it for 10 years, the car.
Yep.
And we decided, my wife and I decided to build my car first instead of hers.
Yeah, that's grounds for divorce.
Yeah,
but anyway, we'll move on. They're still together. She's here.
And then, so we started doing, and we slowly got to it. Had to find a fabricator. Yep. Rang our mate up and he said, look, go see Jeff on Street Tech. Yep. And he's done a wonderful job.
He's done a great job. So what sort of condition was the ute in when you got it?
It was pretty rough.
They're normally workhorses, back in the day.
It was a work ute. It was banged up at the back.
Yeah.
All the flooring needed redoing, the tray needed redoing. So then we decided to call him over, have a look at the mini tubs. Yep. So we just started off with a mini tub build.
Start small. But
started small, and then it went from there to finding a bit of rust here, a bit of rust there, a bit of repair work, and it blew out a little bit, but at the end of the day, with the quality, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, so we were talking about some of the mods you've got on there. Tell us, we noticed that there's no quarter vent windows on it, which they normally have on an XY.
Yeah, well, I decided one day I wanted to, back in the day, Sam Top XY had one-piece windows, and a mate of mine bought the car and had a look at it, and I asked him, and he said, I don't know how we did it. Anyway, on the way, we went through the Street Machine book and we found a guy that runs Street Machine in the XR, that Knight's Garage, and I ended up ringing him up and asking him how they did the window, and they put me onto another bloke, which put me onto another bloke.
Wow.
And it all snowballed from there, and at the end of the result, we got these windows made from Sydney.
And by doing that, you were showing us that you actually could put power windows on there.
Yeah, and then he said, how are you going to do it? Are you going to go electric? Are you going to go wind up? Yep. And I said, how did you do it? And he told me how we went with it. Yep. And we decided to go with that motion.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. We'll have it on the camera as we're talking. I'm sure Greg's filming away. So we'll show you. It's very, very neat the way you've done it, because we'll grab it up. We'll grab it after. But as you'll see, like I said, as this is playing, it's obviously all controlled by the original handle. You don't actually have a separate switch there, so no one can actually tell the difference until you actually.
It looks original. So you just get the winder, you lift it up for up, down for down. Yep. And that's all it is. Yeah. So it looks all original, but it's actually electric.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what size motor are you running in the XY?
I've got a 393 Clevo. Yep. It's pumping out about 5.
What made you go Cleveland over Windsor?
I've always been a Cleveland man.
It's funny, some people are. Some people are, and you don't. And it's so hard to get a Cleveland block these days. It is almost impossible.
Yeah, our good mate Slobber, which built the engine, he's a Cleveland man way back, and he put me onto it. And I've had this block for about 25 years, and I was in my first car, and then I sold my other car rolling shell and kept the motor in box.
Yep.
And then pulled it down and put it all in.
Yeah, no, awesome.
So,
and there's a few other mods on this. Tell us, you were saying about the bars as well. Is there quite a few other sneaky mods there?
There's no bolts on the bars.
No bolts.
We were watching some car show in America and they had no bolts.
Yep.
So I decided to ring Jeff and said, hey Jeff, before I get these chromed, do you reckon you could put no bolts?
Yeah, I reckon I've just got some hard work for you to do.
Yeah, and he just sprang it on. Like he said, no worries.
And same with the rear, he's fabricated the bar.
That was all his design.
Yep.
Like we wanted a full piece bar, but it was all his doing. You know? We didn't tell him to like wrap it around the body. He just done it himself.
Yeah, he sounds like he's very talented. But no, the car looks amazing. Now, Carmen, your wife, is here as well, and she was talking to me before. And obviously, she's very much a car girl as well. So she's got a car on the build as well. How's that going? What's she got?
It's an Alex hatchback.
Alex hatchback.
It's a mini tub. It will be out in a couple of years.
Okay.
Jeff done all the fab work on it as well.
So we can expect to see something interesting there as well.
Yeah. It should be real.
We'll keep our eyes peeled for that.
Keep your eyes peeled and.
That'll be awesome. Well, thanks for being on the show with us. It's you got your card. Like I have to before we do go, I have to mention the colour as well because this isn't a standard XY colour, is it either? No.
It's a bumblebee yellow.
Yep. Off the Camaros?
Off the Camaro, yep.
Very nice.
I don't know which colour it is because
everyone just knows
there's
it's
about
Bumblebee.
100 different bumblebee colours actually. Because I actually went to PPG at Summit and asked them and they said, well, we don't know, there's that many of them. But this one here, I got it off my friend and he's got a bumblebee Camaro.
And it's pretty
close.
close.
I just loved it.
Yeah.
I just fell in love when I seen the colour.
No, car looks great.
I decided to paint my car,
stand out. It stands out, especially on a day like today. We've been blessed with such a beautiful day today.
Yep.
Well, thanks for talking to us. We look forward to your other projects. But everyone, enjoy the XY today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So another car has caught our eye today, and we've grabbed Alan and we've brought him over to have a chat about the HR behind us. So Alan, this is an X2, I'm led to believe.
Yes, an X2 Premium.
I've never seen one before, so I've been getting all the details about this. What makes an X2 different from just a standard Prem?
Well, they're twin carbies. They've got different dash and so forth, you know, gauges and so forth in it.
Oh, so it's not just the carbies, there's other accessories as well.
Twin carbies,
Yeah. And how rare would those carbies be in this day?
Oh, they're getting pretty rare now.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, they've got them on Holden specials, occasionally with options, and likewise the occasional ute you might find one under panel van, maybe a panel van or a station wagon.
Yeah. So back in 1960, I think it's 67 as a HR, is it?
This is a 66 because 66? On the B pillars it's got the safety belts on the side.
Ah, there you go. There's a little hot tip for the Holden fans there.
The later ones didn't have that, they were built from the inside.
There you go. So if you ask an enthusiast, you'll always find the best things about cars to find out, because they know it all. Because you've obviously spent a few hours on this car. So there's a bit of a story to this car, because it's actually done under 50,000 original miles.
Yes, the original owner was from Mildura. The elderly gentleman passed away. He left it to his son, who unfortunately had cancer. Unfortunately, he passed away, so it went back to the father's sister. She put it in storage for 20 years.
Yep.
She passed away, and it went to the grandson in the will.
Yep.
And the grandson tried to sell it in 2009 for X amount of dollars.
Yep.
Couldn't sell it, and sat there in storage till about 4 years ago. And another guy actually bought it, and I happened to see it in his barn shed up at Holden Monaro.
Yep.
And I was looking for a WB Caprice, which I have, and wasn't as good as mine. And I saw this thing there, and I thought, hello.
Yeah.
and so
back in 1966, 67, did you like X2s back then? Was that something you thought? Yeah. Because I mean, having dual carbs back then was a really big thing, wasn't it? There wasn't many mods you got back then.
Well, I think, crikey, I was about 23 then, and
that was a bit of hot. That was a bit of hot action.
Hot stuff twin carbies with an X2.
Yeah, definitely.
And lowered blocks and all this.
Yeah, 100%. So it's a great example of a car. I mean, you said you've spent like hours detailing this. This car is...
I've spent probably at least 400 or 500 hours detailing, because I just keep polishing it. The stainless, always a stainless. It looks like chrome, but it's that many times over I've done it. That's my little hobby.
And obviously, being from Mildura, it was quite a dry car, so not a lot of rust or anything in it.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. That's amazing.
That's
so
right.
You haven't really had to do a lot in that way. It's very, very much original.
When I picked my cars, I've specifically gone rust-free and from the right owners, and without spending a great deal of money on be it touch-up bodywork and what have you, because the other way, restos, no. I want the original.
And so with X2s, you were saying before, because I thought maybe it was only a Prem option and upgrade on them, but they were across the range.
Across the range,
so you from your base model all the way up, you could select that.
Exactly.
It's interesting. So there you go. I love, like I said, talking to enthusiasts about these cars, because you just pick up so much information and there's so much to learn about cars. So it's actually, it's amazing.
Yeah, especially for an old guy, I've got trouble remembering it.
But you get around, because as you said, I met you at other car shows. So you've got this one, you've got the HQ behind us. It's not a HQ, is it?
It's a HZ Prem.
HZ, sorry, it's not in front of me, I'm not looking. And you've got a few cars?
I've got a HT Brougham.
That's a rare model as well. You don't see too many Brahms around.
And a silver mink. With a vinyl roof, and I've got a WB Series 1 Caprice in a rare colour, and I think it's the only one on the road, called Cabernet, which is the original colour.
Wow, we just never go out of it, do we?
So, I don't know, the missus, she likes me working in the garage, keeps her out of her hair, we've got space.
Why not? And inside, that's all original, everything
all
inside.
Original,
Wow, it is honestly like looking at a car that's just rolled out of the showroom. It's phenomenal. So you've done very well, and to see it, up to this condition and staying in this condition, it's a real credit to you. Thanks for talking to us, Alan. We'll go and check out the rest of the show. Thanks for coming out today to Acland Street too. Look at the day. Yay!
It's beautiful, isn't it? A little bit windy now, but it's been great all day.
It's been a fantastic day, hasn't it?
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks a lot.